Welcome to Osmafo TVGH. You are here with Osmafo, and this is another time with Osmafo Kwesi Benjamin. If you haven't heard me before, and this is your first time, you can subscribe to Osmafo TVGH in the YouTube, and you can also like, and then you click the bell on top so that anytime we release another version of historical events, you will have the opportunity to listen to me. You are all welcome to Osmafo TVGH. Now we are going to discuss a lot of things concerning our historical events that we do not understand and we do not know. Today's topic is about the word called Anunnaki. You see, sometimes we follow words without questioning it. Sometimes we accept certain things without questioning. Anunnaki. Where did the story of Anunnaki came from? Who are those people who brought the story called it Anunnaki? And what is the meaning of the word Anunnaki? Is it true that there was a word called Anunnaki? And if there was a word called Anunnaki, from which language can we trace this word? In most cases, I used to ask this question simply because for one, I am not a researcher. I am a divine messenger. I am not boasting. I'm only saying the truth. And that is why in most cases, I use this phrase that I do not beg anyone to accept or believe what I'm saying. But the fact that you are hearing me is enough for me, because I know if you do not accept, if you do not believe, before you will die from this planet, you will know the truth. And that truth shall save you. It shall set you free. You will know that what I'm saying is absolutely true. You see, now in this world, what we are facing, mostly my part of the world, the spirit of enviness is eating deeply into people to the extent that they don't want to see somebody bringing out any new thing. But you see, I do not bring any new things. I only bring what has been covered up. I always reveal the secrets that have been covered up from our people. So, you people have to take time and then listen very carefully. You can accept it or refuse it. That is no problem at all. And people think I am too proud. It's not that I am too proud. But you see, sometimes when you are narrating or when you are saying truth, and people deliberately attack you for telling the truth, people deliberately want to decept, want to bring deception in what you are saying, it creates sometimes annoyance. And people should forgive me sometimes, because I'm also a human being. I can get angry when people are doing things like that. But do you just forgive me? And know that I'm just like you. But all I'm saying is that just listen to me carefully, go to your bed and sleep nicely, reason and see, and keep on reasoning about it. Let's see whether what I'm saying is true or false. According to people who are researchers, who do not even understand the language that was used in recording that story, they are just telling a whole sort of stories that the Anunnakis were giants who came to the planet to, laboratory, to form human beings as we are today. They were so powerful enough to form genetically modified human beings as we are today. Okay, to me, I do not argue with anybody, but all I say is I ask questions. If these Anunnakis that you are talking about were so powerful enough and intelligent enough to be able to create we, the human beings, as at now, where are they after their creation? Did they vanish or did they die? I want an answer to this. Did they vanish or did they die? I want an answer to this. You see, the word Anunnaki has been corrupted to that Anunnaki. It was simply a word said, Anana tia abrade. Anana. It is not Anunnaki. Anana. That is what our ancestors were using. They have some phrases that they use. Anana tia abrade. These are the words. Just like the other time I was saying, kumfanko. You see, kumfanko. Then those whose language, who don't understand the language say kumfayaku. Now the kumfayaku has become something spiritual. They have corrupted kumfanko to become kumfayaku. They have corrupted Anana to become Anunnaki. You see, these are all deceptions. So sometimes when you want people to come to the path, others are also pulling them away. Others who cannot even tell them where the language belongs, for them to go and investigate and know that truly what they are saying is right. You see, this is my worry. Don't let us continue, because you are a researcher, and I know that as a researcher, you always fall into the trap of the deceptive ones, because they are corrupt pronunciation of words. They are deceived coded words, are the same things you go and meet, and you can continue following it. That means you are doing the job of the deception, job of the deceiver. You are still continuing it. You see, so if you want to get everything clear, as a researcher, try to find out what language. Go there and investigate whether what they are saying is exactly true before you come out with your message. You see, don't just accept the correct pronunciations of words. Don't just accept it and begin to teach others. Otherwise, we are going nowhere. Because as at now, what we are looking for is, we want to know the source of everything. We want to know the source of every information. We are not here to just follow what the corruption, we are not here just to follow the corrupt statements they have made. And therefore, if we are to follow the corrupt, then we have to stay idle. We don't have to even go anywhere. You see, all this they are saying is deception. You see, all I am trying to say is that let us diligently look for the truth. And how are we going to look for the truth? A source of every word they tell us. We have to go to the source and find out whether what they are saying, the pronunciation of the word, whether that word exists. You see, whatever they will say, let us find out whether those things that they are saying is in existence. It was in existence, because there was nothing that was written by people who came from other planets with their language and put down their language without the people of the earth. You see, what that I'm trying to say is that nobody came from other universe to write anything for us with their own language whereby the people on this planet cannot understand. There was nothing like that. You see, everything was recorded by people on this planet. You see, everything was recorded by people on this planet. And don't let anybody to let you believe that those languages have become extinct. If they have become extinct, then we don't even have to bother to follow it at all. Because once it is not the white man's story, it has not value. If it is not the white man's story, it must to be manipulated to become a white man's story. That is what we are facing today. So to me, any word they bring out, ask them, where can we find the language? And immediately they tell you that the language is extinct. Know that they are lying. They are deceiving you. Because the very first language that was spoken is still being spoken on this planet today. Don't let anybody deceive you. Because the ancestors of the ancients, their descendants are the today's people. And they still speak their dialect. So please, don't let anybody deceive you that some Anunnakis and some things. The whole thing, you see, when you check the stories, there are so many things that has nothing to do with spiritualities, but they have made it spiritualities. Even a haircut, a hairstyle has become spirituality. What am I talking about? You see, like Afro, that we the black people, we leave our hair to be bushy and we call it Afro. That Afro was created by our brothers, black Americans, Afro hair. But it was there in the ancient, when the people of Egypt was also practicing that style of life, leaving their hair in a very bushy and round form. And that one, they call it Jawuti. This Jawuti now has become a spiritual something. Jawuti, that is leave your hair. Because the people don't understand. They don't know where the language is coming from. And they are still following it without researching to know where the language is coming from. So to me, I am here so that people will understand. People will know where the languages are coming from. So that if they see any word that has been corrupted, they can still go and bring the word back to the normal pronunciation. You see? So please, I am not here to disturb anybody. I'm not here to say, if you are a researcher, you know nothing. All I am saying is that the corrupt words and the corrupt names, if you continue with it, then we are going nowhere. All we have to do is to ask and find out what language it was, and then go there and ask the people whether the language they are pronouncing is the correct pronunciation, whether the meaning they are giving is the correct meaning, before you can come out to teach others. Otherwise, you are not helping anybody. Now we want to go forward. You see, during the ancient time, far ancient, I'm not talking about ancient of 500 years. I'm talking about ancient of almost 10,000 years, coming down to about 5,000 years. You see, these, our forefathers always communicate with the heavenly beings. And in most cases, they don't even worship them. They ask him help. They ask them help. They ask them things that will help their living on this planet. Things that will make the living on this planet very easy for them. That is why they came out with many inventions that the enemy has stolen the records of that inventions and bringing them out again and say he's the one. You see, the devil has the spirit of enviness, and therefore he always tries. He always tries to turn history upside down. But you see, some of us know it far better than what they can think. And therefore, the history of our forefathers will never get lost. We will bring them out. We will let the people understand. We will let the people know every word that was spoken by our ancestors. All I am saying that if they want to challenge, they should bring the clay tablets. Let us have people who have studied how to interpret them. Then, upon their interpretation, we, the people whose language it is, will be there. And when they come out wrongly, we will correct them so that we get the correct records of what our ancestors put down. But it will be hardly for them to bring those stolen clay tablets, because it was never their ancestors' word. It was never their ancestors' creation. It is black people's creation, and therefore the enviness is still the enviness is still there. So they can never bring the clay tablets they have stolen. This is why black people are waving, the brains of the black people are waving upside down, because they don't know where to go. Because some of the words, when they pronounce, they can't even fathom where it came from. This is the problem we are facing. But you see, I am here to let people know every decoded word. If only it is a Hebrew word, I can let you know the truth. I'm saying, if only it's a Hebrew word, I can let you know what language they are speaking and what the meaning of the language and the proper pronunciation of the word. So to you all, I welcome all of you to Osmafo TVGH. You can contact me if you wish on the 054 361 9107. In actual fact, this is not my culture. Sharing my number on my videos is not my culture, but you see, I want those, how do you call it? Those researchers to come out with clear information. That is why I'm giving my number, so that any researcher who wants to know Hebrew language and to understand them properly, so that he can also teach people, so that the truth will be spreading all over the world, you can come to me. Thank you very much.